Hey everyone, we're going to just show you a quick video here on how to use Authentisign. So starting in your web forms, we're going to pretend that you've already written the contract. And so you'll see here I have John and Mary Authentisign. That is what we're going to use with Authentisign now. So we've written the contract, and what we want to do here is we've clicked on it over here, and we're going to send it to, you'll see where it goes to email, we're going to send it to Authentisign. I'll have to log in here quickly. Okay, and now what will happen is it'll come up here showing you which forms you want to use for this offer. Now, I'm not going to use working with the realtor or buyer agency acknowledgement because I've done that earlier, right? Okay, but I'm going to use right now disclosure remuneration and the CPS for the residential sale, and then continue. This will take me to the Authentisign site now, and so you will see here, this is the dashboard that comes up. So it starts showing off the signing name. I've got John and Mary Authentisign there. You could put the address in or whatever works best for you to fill it out. Okay. Participant order, what we're going to use here is I'm going to usually say to do simul-sign on a regular basis. This gives you the opportunity to send this out to multiple people and get one contract back with all the signatures on it. There are some advanced options here that you can look at. We don't really need them in most cases, so I'm just going to close that. So then we have to go to the participants that are going to sign. So we click on participants, and we can either add new participants. If we do that here, we'll put in the name. And just email it to myself for the time being. We can call this here, I'm the buyer in this case. And what I would do when we do this here is I'm going to want to save this to contacts. We don't necessarily need everything else here, but you could do that. If there was another person that I was going to add for the next, like we have Mary Buyer, I would click on add another and I would add her name as well. For the time being, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to add us. Also here in the bottom, you'll see a custom signature. This would be, for example, is somebody is the director or president of a company. So they could sign, if I was Dave Fable, president of and 123 Corporation. You could do that there, and that would be what shows up on the contract. But for now, I'm just going to hit add. Okay. Step 3 is the documents. I'm going to click on that, and there's the two documents that we've already uploaded from web forms. If I wanted to add another form that was on my desktop, for example, you had something mailed to you and it was a counteroffer, you could do that from here. Next down is design. So what's going to happen, it's going to load the document here for us so we can prepare it for signatures. So here's the document, and you'll see there's my name there. If there was two names in here, there would be a drop down and it would go to the other name as well. So you can see here's the form, and right off the bat, we need to sign right in here. This is going to be because at this point here, I'm going to pretend I'm the buyer. So you'll go to where it says drag and drop, and you'll see it says sign here, sign optional, initial here, initial optional. Well, I have to do a signature there, so I'm going to just take that signature. I have to drag it down, and there it is. Okay, so it's all there. Move down to the next page. Now we've got something we need to initial, so I'm going to do the same. I'm going to take the initial and drag it to the right spot. Okay, and we can keep doing the same thing throughout. Now I'm going to show you one thing different here before we go on, is let's say this was a counter or some change that you need to make. I would drop down to here where it says markup. And you'll see there's lines, pens, everything. So for example, would be if I clicked on this line here right now, and I wanted to take out the 476,000 that's written there, I could draw a line through it like that so that it cross it out. Now, if I needed to put the new price in, I would take the text box here, click on it. I'm going to click here again, And now I'm going to write my new price in here. Okay, and I can also still move it a bit if I need to. So there it is. Now, of course, we would change this as well. Now, because we made a change, I'll go back to the drag and drop here, and I need to bring my initial over here to make that change. Okay, and so on through the rest of the contract. Okay, I'm just going to go through to the bottom here for the time being, just to show you. So here we have the contract now. I'm going to sign it here. So I need to take it here again. I'm going to put my name here as a signature. And what I could do is, of course, it says John Authentisign here, but I could also take the signer name and move it over as well if it's not there. Okay. Again, if we haven't got the acceptance date in there, we go back to where it says markup. I'll take the text box. I'm going to click it here, and I'll put the date in here. Now, depending on how you are, you may want to put two in. You might want to put the actual date there, or you might want to do it as two separate boxes. I prefer that. Okay, so everything's on here. Remember, don't forget the resident of Canada thing. So I'm just going to bring the initial over here as well. So we're going to say that everything is done now. So I'm just going to click next. Okay, so it comes up here and it'll send a generic email to your clients. So you just click on send invitations. Make sure it goes. It says it was successfully sent. So it's done. So what will happen now is your clients will receive this and they'll be able to get this back, after for you. So just so you know where we're at, that's showing you what's been happening here. This is the dashboard, and it looks like everything should be good for it. So any questions, give me a shout. Thanks.